All right, we're day 97, and this is a new experience. This stuff that we see falling from the sky, they call that rain. We've not seen it in a while. We had a good stay at Thru Ministries around Hostel last night, also known previously as Trail of Hope Hostel, and we got dropped off this morning. We're going to just do 12 miles and let Gavin's hip do well today. We're going to the Ironmaster's Hostel tonight, which is at Pine Grove Furnace State Park. So big milestone coming up today. Stay with us as we go up the trail. We'll see you soon. It's been a while since we've hiked in the rain. It's also been a while since we've hiked in a pine forest. So this is kind of a neat day today. It's not really raining. It's more just kind of misty and socked in. I've got my rain jacket on primarily just for an extra layer of warmth. This new rain jacket has pit zips in it, so I've still got some ventilation out the sides under my arms, so that's kind of nice. And starting out on a really nice trail this morning. We're excited to get to Pine Grove Furnace. There's a lot of things that could be happening today, and we'll keep you apprised as we get there. But a few landmarks, milestones, that sort of thing, if everything works out the way that we hope it will. And we had planned to be in Carlisle actually tomorrow, and that's not going to be practical anymore. So we're going to try to get in there on Sunday, I think it is. Day following. It's Friday today, I think. And we're hoping to leave ourselves about an 8-mile hike into Carlisle. That way we can get a ride down to the car rental place. They've got our car rental situated, and I've talked to the local agency, and I don't anticipate any issues because they've had a few days lead time. If they don't have a vehicle, they can get one shipped in, I hope. So we'll see how that goes. And we're also still planning to stay with one of our subscribers for a night or two, and just kind of base out of their guest home. So that'll be nice. We're looking forward to that as well. Looking forward to meeting them. They've been in touch, we've talked, and hopefully they'll be willing to be on camera. At least we'll take a picture of everybody and give them a thank you. So we'll see you up the trail. Well, we got water on the lens. Here's a shelter that we're gonna probably stop at just for a minute or two and get recombobulated. I'll wipe off the lens and show you a better picture in a minute. All right, so this is the inside of the shelter. This would have been a nice place to stay, but we're only 2.5 miles in, so we're not staying here. Beautiful area right down through here. There goes Which Way. He's headed south from Shippensburg this morning. We're headed north from, I don't even know what road, Branch Road, I don't know, something. Here comes Hawkeye. We'll chill here for a little bit, and then we'll head on north. Well, still moving up the trail this morning. Still wide open and flat. Still raining. But got my phone tucked down in my pocket now to help it to stay a little bit drier. Keep water off the lenses. And hopefully that'll work for me today. We're trying to hit a shelter in about 3 miles for lunch. I think it was 3. It may have been a little more, a little less. I don't remember. We stopped at a road crossing back there, and it stood under a sign for just a minute, and I checked, and I've already forgotten. But good day's hike, except for the rain. But even that's not too terribly bad. Well, just came across this. It may be a little early, but it may not be. Here's Hawkeye. So it says 1100,
yeah,
which is more than halfway, but I feel like we would have seen a halfway mark by now.
maybe
So,
not. But congrats
Anyway, yeah, congrats on the distance we've made. We still think we're going to get a halfway marker today, and I still think this is early yet. But I saw it; it was pretty, so I figured I'd take a picture of it and at least let you know we will be crossing the halfway point today. At some point, we may already have and just missed it. I don't know, but we're proud of what we've done, and thank you guys for supporting us and for all your kind comments and for the things that you've said to us. And we're going to go on up the trail because it's raining. Well, I'm going to pause right here and let you see this little stream that's coming out from underneath over here. Kind of neat. And running down over here as well, down this little valley here. We've got a nice little place to cross, and very peaceful. We're going to head on across. We're, I don't know, a mile or so from probably our lunch stop, and then we'll only be about 3.5 to 4 miles probably from our day stop. and that's all good. But we're plowing on through. The rain's not too terribly bad. Rocks thus far have not been too bad. We've got a few right here, but they're flat. They don't count as long as they're not slippery. So moving on up the trail, headed towards Pine Grove Furnace State Park, and we're still keeping an eye out for the official halfway point. I know we'll cross it at some point. I know that there's a sign up here somewhere that's, I want to say it was the 2014 or the 2016 halfway. So it's not ours because the trail changes a little bit every year, you know, with additions and reroutes and that sort of thing. But we'll keep our eyes peeled and we'll show it to you when we see it. Well, we just crossed a neat little creek, and oh, looks like we're going to cross another one. And looks like we're at the shelter area for lunch. So lunch is going to happen as soon as I can figure a way across this little creek right here without getting my feet too wet, or I maybe should say that much wetter than they already are, or whatever. And there we go, we're across, and here we are. We've got a nice little covered picnic area right here. Yes, I believe it will. That'll be better than trying to go down there to the shelter and stay there underneath so we don't get anything wet. So we'll stop here and have a snack, and then we don't have too far to go. All right, there's Hawkeye again.
Hello.
And here is a mailbox. Why is there a mailbox in the middle of the woods? I bet that has a trail log in it. And here's a sign. This is not the most accurate sign, but this is a mark for the halfway point. And I think it's a 2014, we'll see. Made 2,000 miler, class of 85. April 11th or April 9th, 2011. So anyway, at some point, this was the halfway point. Our halfway point, I'm pretty sure, is behind us, and we just didn't see it on the ground, or nobody has marked it yet. But we are headed towards Ironmaster's Hostel. Just had some lunch at the shelter back here. Rain has probably gotten worse, actually, but we'll be indoors in an hour, so we'll see you up the trail. Well, still heading on, probably a mile, maybe a little bit more, not much. According to my watch, we should be there in 20 minutes or 30, if we're doing the speed that I think we are. And we've got a bridge and another creek. So bonus, double or triple creeks today. And this one's kind of cool the way that it's branching in from this side and also coming from this side, and then they come together right here. And very peaceful sound. It'd be a great place to camp and have that water rustling in your ears all night long. It'd be so peaceful, better than any white noise I can think of when nature makes its own white noise. So thought I would show you that. We're headed towards Pine Grove Furnace State Park. I think we pass a different old Pine Grove furnace, or not Pine Grove, a smelting furnace area before we get there, but I could be remembering that wrong. It may be in a different place. But that's what this area was known for, was smelting iron. And that's the origin behind Pine Grove Furnace. That's where they would smelt the iron and that sort of thing. I'm sure once we get there, I'll be able to find some history for you. We'll do some looking. Should have Wi-Fi tonight. And I'll let you know what I find out. Well, I don't remember what this area is, but there's all kinds of festivities going on here. Campground area or something. We're less than a half a mile, I think, from the Pine Grove Furnace and the Ironmaster's Hostel. And I just don't remember reading about this area, nor do I remember walking past it, but it's kind of pretty. Nice cabin. I don't know if it's private or if it's owned by the Trail Club or the state park or what exactly. Well, welcome to Pine Grove Furnace State Park. We're going to keep all pets on leash. We don't have any pets, so that's going to be a real easy one. I think I saw the hostel. It's a big house up here on the left as we were coming down the roadway. Somebody asked in a video how much actual road walking we do, and this is about the extent of it. We came maybe a quarter mile down the road that leads in here, and now we're on the driveway going into the state park. And that's honestly, for the most part, that's been about the extent of what we've done. Nothing more than that. no extended long road trips. Mostly it's been in the woods or what have you. So anyway, I'll show you the hostel when we get up here to it. It may be a little ways yet, but not far. So I haven't double checked it, but I'm pretty sure this is our hostel right here. It's the Ironmaster's mansion. Yep, it says so right there on the sign. So we'll come down to this staircase and hook a left, and then I'll show you a little bit more about the area once we get situated a little bit. We'll get up here and make sure there's rooms for us to stay in and go from there. Well, I'll show you this. This is the Ironmaster's hostel. This is one of the bunk rooms downstairs. There's some up above too. This is called the Ironmaster's mansion. It's a humongous historic house. And I'll walk back through until I see people, and then I'll stop. Lots of artwork. You can see the ornate staircase. National Register of Historic Places. It's really a neat old building here. Pine Grove Furnace, Cumberland County. And just kind of looking around. Private suite and upstairs dorm upstairs. I'll aim the camera down and not capture faces without permission. Bathrooms, brochures for all the things that we're probably not going to do because we're walking northward. But beautiful, beautiful old house here. I have to find out about the history of this place a little bit. There's Hawkeye. I just claimed a bunk in the lower bunk room there. So this is one of the front rooms here. Looks like they got a TV set up and some sort of a meeting room in here, I guess, if they want to do that sort of thing. But gosh, you can see how wonderful this house was at some point in its past history. Here's a whole bunch of walking sticks. Really nice. There's a guitar over here. I don't know whether it tunes or not. But really gorgeous old place here. Loaner clothes. Wow, what a chest of loaner clothes. We're going to do showers here in a little bit, but I think we're going to go down and get some lunch first because I think that the store is open, so I'm pretty happy about that. Sounds like they've got cheeseburgers, and that will hit the spot. I'll show you this area, but I'm going to aim down because there's some other hikers in here. Could you imagine the fire in that fireplace? And they've got a full big kitchen back here on Thru, and a scale that says I've lost 5 more pounds, so I'm going to trust that that scale's wrong. But anyway, here's the kitchen area. This is the general store at Pine Grove Furnace, and we think they're open. We think they may actually have cheeseburgers and wraps. And this is the home of the half-gallon challenge, which we may or may not partake in. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do that. We hadn't thought about it, so we'll do a look and see and figure out the logistics here. But here's the porch area where you see quite a lot of hikers consuming their half-gallon and getting their free spoon. So this is the Appalachian Trail Museum in Pine Grove Furnace State Park. So we're going to pop in here. It looks like they're open. We'll see what happens. Check in at the upper floor for admittance. So we will check in at the upper floor. When we were here before, they were working on a new exhibit in the upstairs, if my memory serves. So we'll see that. It says no food or drinks. Maybe if we promise we'll keep them in our bags, we'll be okay. So the weather's still rather dismal out here, but it's supposed to be a lot better tomorrow. We're hoping to get 19 miles tomorrow if Gavin's leg feels good. That'll get us to Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania, and then that'll leave us with an 8-mile trip into Carlisle the following day. So we'll see how things go. Well, here's another map of the AT, starting there at Springer Mountain. Coming on up through. And let's see. There's West Virginia. Looking for Harper's Ferry. There's Pearisburg. We are here. And this is the halfway point. We're just beyond it of the Appalachian Trail. And thankfully the bumps look really small over here, but they get really big over here in New Hampshire and in southern Maine. And And then here at the very end is Mount Katahdin. So this is the historical part of the AT. This exhibit is dedicated to Benton McKay. I'll kind of move along and you can pause and read as you want to. Sky Parlor, that was his home. And I'm assuming this is his desk and other accoutrements, books and things. Very nice. This is, I think, an outlining of his vision for the trail. So here's some other exhibits dedicated to, this one's Gene Espy. Some pretty well-worn leather shoes and some old wool socks. If you're familiar with Grandma Gatewood, she hiked the trail twice, maybe more. And there's a book called Grandma Gatewood's Hike, I think is the name of it. It's a really interesting book. I've listened to it, I've read it. Here's a picture of her. She didn't take a backpack. She took the just this rucksack right here and hiked with it. Here's a thing dedicated to Ed Garvey, Trailblazer Trail Hiker. Here's some older trail signs. There's one from Springer Mountain. Here's one that we're hoping to achieve, Katahdin. And don't you know that the sign right there has seen some snowstorms. Here's a plaque from Center Point Knob. So we get closer to this. Kind of pause and read along with me as I look at this later on. Oh wow, taking all the pieces up for the sign to put the sign on top of Mama K. That's pretty cool. Well, this is another look at the Pine Grove Furnace Ironmaster's mansion. And it is an enormous house. Really nice inside. Very obviously old. Haven't seen a lot about the history of it yet, but I'm going to do some looking after I eat my lunch because we both got cheeseburgers over here that hopefully are not getting cold while we went in the museum. We'll check in with you in a little bit. So, greetings from the Ironmaster's Mansion Hostel. I wanted to tell you just a little bit about this place, and I'm going to be looking back and forth because I happen to have a website open. I'm not going to tell you which one, but it ends in Pedia. But anyway, the Iron Mansion Hostel is here at Pine Grove Furnace State Park. It says here the house was built in around 1829 by Peter Egge, E-G-E. He was the Iron Master of the Pine Grove Iron Works. And quite a few people owned the house after that. The Iron Works closed in 1895, and after that, the mansion was just left to go. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania purchased the area in 1913, and then it became part of Pine Grove Furnace State Park. And it says in the 20s, when the AT was laid out, it was close nearby. Of course, it walks right in front of us now. And it became a hostel for hikers, operated by a unit of the American Youth Hostels until about 2010. And then the Central Pennsylvania Conservancy was granted a lease. They made extensive renovations here. And in 2020, the operation was turned over to the Appalachian Trail Museum. And you saw the museum earlier today. We took you through there. So the museum owns the hostel or operates the hostel. $25 for a bunk, which is great. If you want to have a frozen pizza and a breakfast, you add $10, add a couple of dollars for laundry. And we're going to hang out here tonight, dry out a little bit. The weather is supposed to abate somewhat for tomorrow. So we're looking at our options. We've got about 19 miles that we need to hike tomorrow. And we're looking at the possibility of a slack pack there. I don't know. Haven't talked with Hawkeye about it, but I did meet a shuttle driver a few minutes ago who said he might be available to take our gear up. We just need to find a caretaker here at the hostel and see if we can find a safe place to leave our stuff in the morning. And then that way, you know, he can swing by and pick up our sleeping bags and our tents and all that sort of thing that we don't really need to carry on a slack pack. And then he'll meet us up in Boiling Springs. So we'll pursue that. And anyway, we're going to go ahead and sign off for the night. It's, I don't know, it's 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, I don't know, sometime. We've got an hour or two if we want to go ahead and try to eat a half gallon of ice cream. And of course, if we do that, we'll try to shoot some video and tack that in on after this or before it, or we'll stick it somewhere. I'm not sure whether either of us are going to do that or not, because we don't need the shock to our stomachs, but we might, just because it's tradition. So anyway, thanks for watching today. We appreciate you joining us, and tune back in tomorrow for another episode. All right, so we're here at the general store, and we have opted to go with pints of ice cream instead of half gallons, because I just can't. And I've already got the spoon. I've got it. It's in my top drawer. So, yeah. So, yeah, some fellas were asking for direction. Left.
Doesn't matter.
Left.
Oh, it left. Sorry.
Yeah. We were given some directions. But anyway, we're going to just do the 1 pint challenge, and I think we can make it through that. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.